everybody. It is the 31st of March. We are almost to April. We have got a great bunch of videos to show you today. So let's go ahead and start. Chip, you've got a video. Why don't you tell us about this?
This is a video I shot on March 16th, and it's called a Celtic Ride. And it's a precursor to the annual kilt ride the American Legion Riders have every year.
Well, that was this year, right?
Yes,
Okay, good.
it was. I meet the requirements.
Man, you are busting my chops. You know, if you keep that up, I'm putting you at the back of the class.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Let's see what Chip's got for us. All right. What do we think of that? Chip, what camera did you shoot that with?
GoPro. Hero 8.
How did you mount that? Was it mounted on your helmet or shoulder?
No, it was on the handlebars.
Oh, okay,
With a 1-inch ball
okay,
stuck up near a little bit.
okay. What do you think? Oh, go ahead, Todd.
Well, so you showed all the bikes in the parking lot in front of the dispensary.
Yeah.
And you just kind of showed an overview of them and everything. I think it might have been interesting if one of the clips was if you got up closer to the bikes and showed it instead of the same perspective.
Yeah.
Was the dispensary, was that part of the story?
That's a cover story.
Is that an Irish bar or something?
The dispensary?
There's one behind it.
No, that's,
I don't know what we saw the bikes, but then there was
Yes.
the emphasis on the mall strip in the background.
Yes.
I didn't understand what that was.
well, he just wanted to show the bikes. You know what a dispensary is, right? 420, you know, the people that like the wacky weed.
CBD gummies?
Not even CBD, regular gummies.
Oh, okay.
Jeans gummies, I should say.
Well, I'm confused.
Yes, so that's okay. I'm always confused. But if I go back to that, let me show that real quick.
Well, if you go to the dispensary, you won't be confused.
Yeah. It's just, he's showing the bike line up. It just happens that the dispensary's in the background.
Okay, so that, the dispensary was not a destination?
No.
Okay, then I thought that there was too much emphasis on the damn sign.
Well, and I think what I like Todd's idea, you kind of got the same, you do a first shot and then you come back with almost, you kind of stopped and then you're showing us more. I like Todd's idea of getting a little closer to the bikes and just give us that bike lineup. So the bike is the subject.
See what they all look
Yeah, Daryl.
All bikes were there. Was Mulligan's on the other side? You just couldn't see it? Because I did see a Mulligan sign.
That was that
the
later?
destination?
Yeah, there's a bar on the right side that's sort of crap. It was not Mulligan. Mulligan's came later.
Yeah.
There was 3 stops.
Well, I would have liked to have seen maybe the inside. If you were going there for lunch, maybe, a corned beef sandwich or whatever it is, clicking the glasses together,
Good idea.
let us know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
You
idea.
might be able to crop this down a little closer so you don't get the saints as much in there.
Well, after about 2 seconds of that scene, you really aren't learning anything. In other words, it's a lineup of the bikes.
Right,
2 seconds, I'm done. I've seen enough.
right.
See, because the longer we're seeing this, the less I know what the focus is.
Well, sure. Well, and he has the lineup there
Well,
of bikes a little bit along the
Actually,
road.
the 2 clips are right in a row with the same thing.
Well, he does this and then it cuts and now we're kind of basically the same thing. And then he's going around to the backside. So
well, he's incorporating the drone. I'm impressed.
it's actually not the drone, it's his GoPro. He's holding it on a stick.
Oh, you're kidding?
Because you can see the shadow of,
Yep.
there's the shadow.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably more impressed now. But as an old biker, my heart is with the ride. But
Right.
here's the thing. I saw way too much of the backs of cycles.
Yeah, but
I want to know, could I have had my buddies, my riding buddies, let me get down low or someplace, pick a spot, and just let them all go by me?
Oh,
So I get to see, at least I get to see
Sure.
the front of a bike,
sure.
or the screen of the bikes.
He does have the one shot where he's turned the GoPro around
Yeah,
yeah,
and he's facing,
that was good.
yeah, those are-
maybe before this. I think it was before this, which is nice, like right there, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
it's nice to see what it's like to be on a motorcycle.
Now, the one thing that I would say too, from a technical, see how you cropped and you got the little black strip on the left side as you're doing your zoom, see how it goes away?
Wow.
You just want to be aware of that as you're doing your editing. What program did you use to edit this?
DaVinci Resolve.
Okay, all right. Just, that's something to be aware of. And the other goodie too is, Todd, can you straighten clips in
Mhm.
DaVinci? Maybe that's something at some point. I would love to see, because the horizon line, and this is my
Oh, yeah.
OCD. I see this and it's like, I'd love to see that horizon be straight. And I know it's the GoPro like that. Now, when you're in the turn, I don't mind that it's rotating a little bit.
Yeah,
And maybe this scene here, I think you could have cut some of that out.
I agree.
It's just a little too long. To me, the best part is it's when the bikes are in motion. Then we get that sense of speed and everything else. Yeah.
There were two places that the music just cut off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see it fade a little bit before the next scene starts. But there was two, one right at the beginning and then one farther near the end.
Was there just one song? It was the
One
same
song played
Okay,
4 times. but
right,
It starts out real soft,
right.
first second or two.
There you,
Yeah, there's some mulligans.
you got that same zooming where you've got the black on the edge. If you're gonna do your zoom, you wanna make sure that it's not showing us the black edge. So you're gonna crop that.
Build the
right-
frame first and then
Yes,
use,
then do your
it's
zoom.
dynamic zoom is what they
Is that
call
they
it in
call that?
DaVinci.
Okay. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I can't remember now.
I'd like to have more info, either titles or narration.
Oh, maybe some sort of little goodie talking about who is the group that's going, even though you're talking it's a Celtic ride, what motorcycle group is this, kind of thing.
And then
Where is it?
there was one point where I would have liked to have known what that location was. Were they going to Sonoita?
Oh,
That kind of
okay.
area or?
Yeah, where'd you leave from with that?
Maybe
shed
the-
off to the left side there?
That's the
Oh, yeah.
American Legion Post 109 out
On
in the
Sawyer.
area.
Yeah,
Corona Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
Corona de Tucson.
Tucson.
Yep.
yes.
Yep,
there.
because that's where the plane is, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
that was a nice image right there.
Does anybody have anything else on that?
Who is the audience that is supposed to be seeing this?
I kind of did this for this group to post on their Facebook page.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I thought it would be nice to be able to actually see pictures of the people
I,
and also the motorcycle, or maybe they don't want their pictures
That-
taken.
yeah, the week before we took this ride on their Facebook thing, somebody got their butt ripped because they had
oh,
pictures inside that they didn't want published, and so I just
okay.
avoided it.
probably smart.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do too, Chip, just as an idea, you're doing GoPro, which is great. Also use your iPhone and you could shoot some shots of the bikes in the lineup and just give us some of those
Yeah.
stills kind of thing. You can incorporate both iPhone and GoPro. Give us the action where the GoPro is moving, which is great, and then give us some stills with the
Yeah,
phone.
maybe also move the GoPro around on your bike so it's not always the same,
Different mount point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard to do on my bike.
Is
I
it?
have to really, yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot of places to mount stuff.
Yeah,
duct tape.
duct tape. Yeah, that's, yeah, that looks real good on a Harley.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Might just find a place to do it.
Well, the other thing I would suggest, just quickly, this is what I just remembered. You've got the action like this, and the bikes are so loud because they're right by the GoPro. The music is kind of getting lost to me. Maybe boost the music up a little bit and drop the bike down. Bike noise.
I was trying to just count some bike noise up.
I don't know, there's something about, to me, Phil, what do you think of that in terms of keeping the bike noise down? I still hear the bike, but the music, because it's the Celtic ride, it's, to me,
I don't know, I like the whole thing.
you like it that way?
And I disagree with Ron, which is very unusual. But where the music stops,
Yeah,
I thought, oh, but it wasn't a mistake. It was great. It just stops and then it picks up again and it gets your interest back on the screen.
okay,
I guess one of the things like lessons learned kind of thing is
yes,
wind noise
yes,
is atrocious.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
of course.
So,
Yeah, and that's why at some point, you can always, if you got some good bike noise like you had there, you could use that in other spots,
duplicate.
just use that music, or not that music, use that motorcycle noise
Yeah.
and drop it in instead of using if there was a bunch of wind noise on a shot.
Hey, Joe, if you went into the dispensary, none of this stuff would bother you.
I didn't know what it was, now I do.
Yeah, Joy, go ahead.
Do they noise cancellation on GoPro?
No.
No?
Nope.
I did buy, due to be delivered tomorrow, to make a foam thing go around the GoPro. I don't know if it works or not, but we'll give it a try.
It'll help.
The wind side.
It depends on, yeah, but depends on where you're mounting that GoPro. And if you look at his shot just quickly, he's off the side. He's gonna get that GoPro's getting all that wind noise at being on the handlebars. It's not like it's mounted behind the windshield there. So you're gonna get it. I think that's where we say, you've got that good section right here of great bike noise. You could run that.
You just steal the
anywhere.
sound.
Yeah, you steal the sound
Yeah.
and use it elsewhere if need be.
Okay.
Okay.
Great, and I just,
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, first off, with noise cancellation, it's giving you a range where it's going to limit the sound
Right.
of those decibels and everything that affects the whole clip, not
Right.
just, it's not like you can just take the sound of the wind and say, oh, take that out.
Right.
It doesn't work like that. So in a case like that, if you didn't want that sound and everything, then you go to Pixabay and sound effects and get motorcycle rides and you can put it in there.
As long as you get the Harley sound,
Yeah.
not just other bikes.
Yeah, watch those birds.
Little Kawasaki in there.
No. Okay, does anybody have anything else on that? All right, Chip, nice job.
thank you.
Look forward to seeing more of your stuff and get with Todd on, he does some more stuff with Da Vinci and that cropping issue.
We set a time up to get.
Yeah. Let's see here. Joe, you have got a video for us. Why don't you tell us about this, please?
Last Sunday, a couple friends said, guys want to do something today? So we went off, didn't even have a destination in mind, but we started going south and went on Highway 82 and there was a shrine and the driver, our friend said, there's a shrine there, you want to stop? And I said, yeah. You look at shrines, they sure can be interesting. So anyhow, we were there for a few minutes. I made a couple snapshots and, short videos, just stupid stuff. And we were leaving, and as we were leaving, we were surrounded by a family that was there, and it was interesting to me that one of the gals engaged with us and explained that this whole group, she volunteered that they were there for a celebration of life for her father.
Oh, okay.
And I guess I just thought, hey,
This is a story.
start
The
shooting.
journalist in you came out.
Yes. All right, well, let's check it out.
Triste y preocupado estoy, soletita cuando me voy, alejándome de mi amor en lago azul. Trabajando sin descansar, cuando pienso lo que es amar, esperando mi amor escuchar el lago azul. Un día llegaré otra vez a ver mi lago azul.
Just came over because it's kind of like a celebration of life for my dad, so we're going to go here and then to Patagonia Lake to celebrate his life a little.
That's really neat. What's that little guy's name?
His name's Crew.
Crew?
Yeah.
Oh, he's adorable. Hi, Crew.
Al despertar, cuando sale el sol, mi corazón quiere cantar.
Oh, cool, dude.
Oh, what a fine-looking gentleman.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, wow.
What a good-looking
I got
man.
another one when he's in his scooter.
Y solita nunca seré, tan contenta yo estaré.
His favorite color was blue.
trabajando sin descansar. Cuando pienso lo que es amar, esperando mi amor escuchar el lago azul. Un día llegaré otra vez a ver mi lago azul. Con cariño ver a quien amo yo en mi lago azul. Ver las lanchas como mariposas otra vez al despertar. Cuando sale el sol, mi corazón quiere cantar.
All right, what do we think of that?
Lot of love.
My favorite part were the balloons going up in the
Yeah.
sky, and I wish there hadn't been any credit playing. I wish you just kept the music and we could see that and then do credits at the end.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was really great.
Yeah, Daryl, did you have something?
No,
Okay, I thought I saw your
just said I
hand.
loved it.
Oh, okay. Joy, you had something?
Oh, I loved it, all of it from the beginning to the end, and a lot of love,
Okay,
and yeah, I love the way he did like the slow-mo, and then he did the different types of, I don't know how to express it, but going from stills to video.
Sure.
Slow-mo to regular, whatever, regular, shooting. But yeah, you captured it, you really captured it, our love and the family, especially the end. I agree with her. The balloons were there. I could watch those. That was a great way to end it. Good job.
it's interesting. Yeah, fine.
I did the one part where, I guess was it the wife or the daughter was talking and the music was playing because there was, because Linda Ronstadt was singing.
Right.
I thought it was competing too much and everything.
So
I
drop
thought
the
it,
music a little bit
yeah,
more.
yeah, the music needed to go down just a tad.
Where was that?
Oh, when she first was coming up with the photos here, right here. I'll play it again.
Came over because it's kind of like a celebration of life for my dad, so we're gonna go.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Celebrate his life.
Yeah, and it was kind of interesting. I think English was a second language for a lot of these people, particularly this gal, in some communication afterwards. She didn't know who I was. She didn't, this is some old weirdo taking pictures. and so I did get her cell phone number, and we communicated back and forth, and her texts were so non-English that I realized this is going to be delicate. But I asked her if she could give me the names of 2 or 3 songs that her dad liked.
Right.
So she contacted her sisters.
Okay.
And so the Blue Bayou was listed.
Okay.
And my wife knew that Linda Ronstadt had recorded some in Spanish. So
Sure.
we found that one.
Yep.
And it wasn't specifically what this gal had, Veronica had asked for, but so I was wondering, there's a shot that where they have the blues. Oh, and by the way, all 4 of us just didn't have the heart to say anything about this is not friendly to the environment to be releasing balloons. She called it, by the way, a balloon toss.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard that one before. But
Okay.
anyhow, if my iPhone records at 30 frames per second and I'm panning, should I go to 60?
Depends on how fast.
I thought about Daryl when he goes to higher speeds for like the hummingbirds, but there's that jerkiness when you're shooting 30 frames per second, and it just seems to me I should have gone to 60. What do you think?
Well, if you're going to pan fast, yes, that would help. If you're panning slower, it's not gonna matter.
Okay, so what's the downside of shooting 60 frames per second?
Well, you're gonna have to go in
Choose
and,
up twice as
speed
much.
it up to 30 frames if you don't want it to be slow. It's gonna be slow motion at 60, so you're gonna have to increase double the speed in the clip to get it to normal speed,
I'm gonna have to work.
right?
Sort of.
Sort of. That's in my non-professional video lingo. God bless you. What?
Well, the editor is going to take it down anyway. And, unless you're doing a whip, sometimes you want to do a whip pan
Right.
where you're getting this blurred effect. So the lower frame rate, the better it is.
Right.
But I don't know what you were trying to achieve.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt anything to go to 60.
Right. Okay.
I just,
Yeah.
I hate to bring in something that I know is not perfect.
You know what? It doesn't. That's not what this is about. Well,
You're gonna come back and.
well, you had something? You had something?
Well, I was just gonna ask if you sent this to them. I mean, what a beautiful
Yeah.
tribute.
Yeah, too.
Oh, I did. And she said she cried and.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, wow.
And so yesterday morning is when I sent it and she said she didn't have a, what a communication.
Yeah.
She didn't have a YouTube app, I think it was, or.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought, well, I don't even know what she's talking about, but so anyhow, a few minutes later, she said, never mind, I saw it. And later in the day, I noticed there were 66 views. And so I sent it to her and her family. She sent it to her family.
Good. Did you have something, Holly?
Oh, I just liked how you filmed all this, and it was obvious you weren't imposing on them. So I thought that was excellent. And also at the end, you used those scrolling credits in iMovie, which I wish I could find in Final Cut Pro.
They're in there.
They are?
Yeah, they're in there. I'll have
Do
to
you
show
know
you.
where they?
He won't show them to you. He doesn't like them.
I know.
Actually, the funny thing is, quickly, I normally am not a fan of the scrolling credits, but because the balloons are going up,
Yeah.
I like this.
I like it.
About the only time
Yeah.
I'd say that I like it.
Perfect one for
Now,
that.
the one thing I did see, Joe,
Mhm.
remember we talked about the mask and you said you
Yeah,
corrected
yeah,
it?
right,
You
right,
didn't
right.
correct it. Here's coming up right there. See the mask go away?
Well, what is that mask?
Well, is that border mask that I give you?
No, I took it out, or at least I thought I did.
Well, that to me, I don't, unless it's an exposure change, but I can't imagine the,
Okay, I'm with you, Kevin.
see how it goes from dark to bright? Maybe not.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a different. I think
Is it a
it's-
different
It's
shot?
a different clip.
Ah,
I think that's it.
Clouds are changing.
Okay.
And Kevin, I appreciate you noticing all the small things.
you know what I would do then, Joe?
Yeah.
Instead of coming back with a second clip,
Yeah.
just slow this clip down. Just, knock that way down so it's slower, so it's long enough for you to use, so you don't have to go to the second clip.
Why not just dissolve the background?
Well, you could try that too. It's just, it's such an abrupt change that I noticed that right away.
I bet
but-
you're right. I bet, yeah.
Well, anyway, you got a couple options there. All right.
Nice job.
Yeah, nice job. Really nice. I think it's a great story and
Yeah.
you approached it nicely in terms of you're doing something and then now this comes up and you're like, okay, let's shoot.
Well, 2 minutes later, we would have been gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and the best part about this too is he created something that this daughter and the family is going to love forever because maybe they shot a couple of photos, but here's Joe coming in and kind of covering it like a journalist. So,
The other thing I noticed here is that there is a tremendous cultural difference between the Hispanic culture and the white culture. And I noticed this in television because when we would do stories about Hispanics, they
You're in
would
Miami.
thank us. They wanted the legitimacy of being on television.
right.
Whereas white people, and this is not trying to be a racist here, but white people would object many times to a television news crew and their intrusion.
Sure.
But minorities would really like it.
Sure.
I mean, and I thought about this sociologically, why that is, and you might have your own answer.
I know, but it's interesting.
And I thought about that in this story.
Well-
She just accepted this
And shared with us.
and shared.
Yes,
I mean-
yeah,
Yeah, it was.
That's
I-
great.
I think I understand what Phil is saying.
Yeah.
And like Joey mentioned, there was a lot of love there.
oh, totally. No,
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
you captured a moment that they aren't gonna ever redo. This is a one-time.
No, I
deal.
don't.
Well, no, now you won't, but they won't either probably. So that was nice.
Yeah, it was a gift.
Good job.
Yeah.
I really like that. That was nice. Okay. Todd, you have a little video here for us, and this is gonna be for Showtime tomorrow.
This is my final installment of Directors at War. It's about
Okay.
John Ford.
All right, let's check that out. Now, I've seen this. Has anybody else, have I shown this before? I can't remember. To the group?
I thought so.
No,
No,
not this one.
No.
Okay, let's see it. All right, here we go. I just want to make sure.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Your War and Navy departments present December 7th.
Is a powerful document of fact, more thrilling than any fiction, filmed with the cooperation of the United States Navy, the Army, and the Coast Guard.
Okay. Well,
What I spelled wrong, I didn't catch it.
hang on, I gotta go back.
New should have a K.
Hang on. Is this it?
Yeah,
Or
can.
KNEW than Navy would.
I think it's the next.
Oh, yeah. No, that's it.
No, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second
Was
word.
that it?
Yeah, second word, new.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
One goodie that I saw that we talked about, but I didn't see you fix it, was when you started, I think it was when you start before, right here, you have the music going. And the music, there's a gap between when the clip starts for the actual thing. Hang on, let me go back just a little bit.
I thought I fixed that.
Yeah, so I would just, you heard how the music stopped.
Yeah.
It'd be great to extend it into this, and I told them, go ahead and extend it in like a second or two, and then just put a fade in on the music, because
Yeah.
this is gonna overpower.
Right.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the photo of the people. They were covered up by all of the,
oh, the text,
then just one little more second so you can actually see the people.
okay.
I don't know why, but
Oh, so maybe take the text out and then give you,
the text is okay, but it just went boom and it just hardly even.
well, or put in a cross dissolve between the two. Maybe there is one in there. I don't think there is one in there, but
Just jumped, yeah.
yeah, that's a minor thing. Since you're gonna be fixing the spelling error, I brought this up.
Yeah. I don't know if this is too picky, but it would be more sensible for me if the titles of the movies were in quotes.
Oh, you mean there?
Yeah, and the next, I think.
When he goes at the end, when he's got the posters?
When he says they were expendable, because I kind of caught that, and I thought.
Right there.
They're gonna die. I thought they were expendable, it just,
Okay,
I
Put it
didn't
in
realize
quotes.
that was the title still.
that's
It is.
interesting. That's maybe a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
Um,
trouble I couldn't finish reading.
Oh,
some of
things
the-
maybe need to be up a little longer.
Yeah.
In terms of if he had a bunch of text on there,
Yeah.
not so much that, but I don't know. He had towards the end here. Well, I think there's that thing he's under a time constraint, obviously, because he's only got 1 minute between things.
Yeah.
My rule of thumb is if I have something like this on screen, I say it out loud. I don't read it to myself silently, because then I tend to say, okay, let's say that this needs to be up for 10 seconds. Or you read it out loud, it's 10 seconds. Well, then make it 12 in case somebody's picking it up just a little late, just so there's a little more time.
And you can go ahead and cheat. I think you told us that a couple of sessions ago. Just extend it out 5 or 10 seconds. Nobody's gonna be timing.
That's
it.
true.
It's 5 minutes before
Yeah.
show time or 4 minutes before,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a great, I think that's a great idea.
just
It's
add 4
unethical.
seconds.
What's that?
It's unethical.
It is unethical. Nobody said we were an ethical group.
I'll
Okay,
buy that.
Does anybody have anything else on that? All right, Todd, thank you. And showtime is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
Desert Hills.
Yeah.
And we actually had the dinner last Monday, Tuesday. And the sound system worked. Thank God, it was a miracle.
Oh, it did.
Okay.
Oh, they ran a
All
second
right.
cable like you said to me.
I've got
Set
one more to show, and
You
then we'll stop the recording. Then we have 2 videos to see after for those that can stay. This is one of mine, another one of my Hawaii ones. This is basically one day in Kailua Kona, and it's just all the things that I saw during the day and whatever. There you go. All right, what do we think of that one?
You didn't catch the green flash.
I did not catch the green flash. I've never seen the green flash. Personally,
I have one.
that's me. Todd interrupting the class with his phone.
I'm blaming that on JP.
Okay. Yeah, Terrell.
My opinion, your music is too upbeat, too fast.
Sure.
For what I watched, because you've got the real slow motion pans of your flowers.
Yep.
To me, it should be a relaxed, laid back, it's the pacing of the shot was such that it needed the music toned down. That's my opinion.
And I actually would agree with you completely. I had the hardest time, I've never struggled for a piece of music for a video. Long story short, most of the Hawaiian stuff that I was finding was a couple minutes long. Well, I needed to be 4 minutes. And I tried looping a couple different songs. It didn't sound good. I didn't like the idea of playing one Hawaiian song and then another Hawaiian song, meaning a different song. And I probably spent an hour, and I never spend that much time. And finally I hit on that one, and I'm like, okay, there's something about this music. And I would agree completely. The pacing is wrong for the beat of the music.
That's funny.
Did you record any when you were there?
Did I record any Hawaiian music?
Any music when you were there?
There was no opportunity for any Hawaiian music. So anyway, yeah, I really struggled on this one, Daryl. So I just heard that song and I was like, okay, I like the mood.
Nice.
Well, thanks. Yes, sir.
The one image you had when all the people were on the beach, it took a while before.
Oh, that said baptism?
Yeah. I mean, at the very end, I saw that, but at first I'm looking at all these people and I just thought it was a beach shot.
Oh, well, first when we came up on the scene, I didn't know what they were doing. They were all in the water and I'm like, well, what's going on? And then all at once realized that it was a baptism, and they did it to a number of people. The one
Could move that text.
I could move it forward a little bit, sure. The one trick, Chip, how we talked about, remember with dubbing the motorcycle noise from elsewhere?
Yeah.
This shot right here with the slow-mo of the waves, I've taken actual wave crashing sound and dubbed it in, because in slow motion, you don't get that sound. So what I did is I timed it so when you hear that crash, I waited for it to hit the rocks just at that moment, and then just dubbed that in. So that's one of those tricks we've talked about.
Sweet.
Take it from something else.
A nice touch, Kevin, with the corners being faded out.
Yeah, well, that's the mask
Yeah.
that I can share that again with anybody that wants it. You just put that on top of everything and it gives that nice vignette, kind of brings your eye to the center of any shot. Okay. Anybody have anything else on that?
Just a lot of beautiful shots.
Well, thanks. Well, it was a lot of fun, and as always is, but yeah, and maybe at some point, Daryl, I'll come up with some sort of music that will work better.
Did you go into Pixabay?
I didn't go into Pixabay because I don't want to give credit to Pixabay at the end.
Yeah.
That's my personal thing, but maybe I should look and see if there's something.
Well, please don't show this again.
Well, I can, but you know what I'll do? I'll show it after class, like I'm gonna be doing in a second.
Kevin,
Yes.
can I challenge you on the ending shot?
Yeah.
I thought that we were gonna end
And there,
at that fantastic.
Yep.
at that fantastic-
I did too.
Yeah, I did too.
yeah,
And I mean, I thought, what a beautiful end, but then you fooled me,
yes,
because you showed me a
Yes.
beautiful tree.
yes.
You were trying to run the music out.
No, that's not actually it. It's just it's a sequential thing. Basically, this is the way the day went sequentially.
I understand.
And so I struggled with that as well, because I thought, okay, the best way to do it would be to end with this shot, sun goes down, fade to black, way we go.
Yeah.
And I could definitely do that.
But the light shot doesn't work. I understand why, because it's sequential.
Yeah. So, and basically all you would have to do on the front end, I could then have the music be ending where it is, meaning even though I get rid of that shot, then on the front end, I would just there's a soft fade in, if you listen. Hang on. You're actually, there's probably a 1 second fade in on the surf noise, and then the music is coming in a couple of seconds later, and I'm fading that up. So I could cut that clip at the front end, the music, and then still do the same motion. I could definitely redo it, and you know what? I probably will. Because I like the suggestions that I've heard today.
You could redo the transition to that tree at the end, so it's closing down.
I
I'd probably just cut it.
I think I would cut it out.
Just cut it out.
Just cut it out.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
I like it better. I liked it better that way with the kind of the crashing of the waves and the music slowly fades down.
But I like that shot. Why can't you?
Yeah, I like that shot too.
Last one.
Well, because it's see, but that's sun going down, and now this is
Because
dark.
later in the day.
Yeah.
But if you fade it from black to that, like the sun goes down.
I don't know that I would go down that road.
No?
Yeah, I if it was me, I think I would just
Keep it.
cut the shot,
Yeah.
cut that shot, and let it be the crashing waves. Music fades down.
Either that or go to black and then use this under the credits.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
No?
No, I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather just have, we always talk about clean and simple. Black background, white text, clean and
But it's a
simple.
great shot.
It is a great shot. Well, that's why it's a still. I don't know. Well, I appreciate the ideas though. Thank you. See, even I can learn a few things. All right.
Even you.
Even me. Well, as I like to say, Phil has forgotten more about
That-
video
that
than I
is
will
not-
ever know.
That is not true.
Oh, it's totally true. All right, everybody. We've got 2 videos to share after recording. Hope everybody has a great week. We meet again next week. Thanks. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
You can say goodbye. Yes, you can say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, bye, bye.